When someone gives you a bouquet of flowers, there are things you can do to help make them last longer. Here today from Abbott's Florist to show us how to get the most out of your flowers is Carla Andresen. Welcome to ciLiving.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Glad to be here.
So you have brought us a beautiful spread. You can get all of this at Abbott's Flowers,
That's
correct?
right. That's correct. That's correct.
So what all do we have here? I know that there's some chocolates, there's some...
We have plush, we have the bears, we have little signs that you can purchase, and a variety of sizes and shapes for all of that.
And then this is a beautiful bouquet, and you were telling me a little bit before we started about some of the unique flowers that are in here.
Yes, there's some anthuriums, tropical flowers, proteas front and center. Not everyone chooses to go with the tropicals, but for an upscale special arrangement, it works really good. And this is an inverted C form, and it's kind of a new style where it looks like it's punched down in the middle and comes out around and frames everything.
It's gorgeous, and I feel like it would be a perfect centerpiece or sitting on the back behind a table, something like that.
Exactly, exactly.
And then I see you have some supplies here for us. So if somebody gives us a bouquet and we want to properly arrange it and take care of the flowers, what are we supposed to do?
Okay, well, when you receive groups of flowers, first thing you need to do is prepare the water.
Okay.
There's always the packets of preservative that comes.
And you just dump it right in, right?
And you kind of measure it first.
Okay.
This mixes with 2 cups of water.
Okay.
And we've got about 3 cups in there, so I'm going to use 1.5 of these.
1.5 of these. Here, I'll get this one ready.
Okay.
See, I guess that there probably are instructions on there, but
yes.
I don't think you necessarily pull it out and read it. You just, I've always been in the habit of just getting whatever size vase and dumping it in.
Yeah, it's important to get the right amount of water to the packet and give it a good stir, and it dissolves and kind of melts into the water.
And I like that you've already pre-prepared this vase with some stones, and the stones here have
bring out the colors of
red and
Valentine's Day.
Silver.
And then when, here, I'll give you a little bit of greenery.
Okay.
And I want to teach people how to cut with a knife.
Okay.
So everything should be cut at an angle. A lot of people like to go with the scissors.
Yep.
Don't do the scissors. That actually is clamping everything closed.
Okay.
So what you do is you pull. You hold one in the left hand.
Okay.
And the knife in the right.
Okay.
And you go underneath, flip your knife around.
Flip my knife, okay.
And then you're going to get your thumb on the, there you go.
Okay.
And then you pull down, like that.
Oh, okay. Oh, I see. It's tricky. I did it.
It does take practice. It does take practice. See, go ahead and dump that right in there.
And I'm glad that you mentioned that about the scissors, because that's always my inclination. I pull them out of the plastic that they come in, chop off the bottom, stick them in the vase, because that's just sort of the natural thing to do.
It is. It is the very...
But that's not right. And pull.
Right. So you always want to do a pull, get everything tight. Get your thumb on the other side.
And do you do it just with the greenery, or should I do it with the flowers as well?
The greenery you could actually use the scissors on, but the flowers, and especially roses and hydrangea, is very important.
And I like that you brought hydrangeas. Yes, I actually had hydrangeas in my wedding bouquet. I love blue hydrangeas.
It's one of my favorite flowers, and they have been improving. They do last longer than they used to.
You might need to do that.
Okay.
She's way better at it. We gotta leave it to the professional.
It just takes a little practice.
This one I can do. There we go.
There you go.
And is there a secret? I was going to say, I just went to stick it in the vase like I always do, but there's probably a method.
We're doing a round bouquet, so it's just a matter of balance.
Okay.
Watching how this one kind of leans out that way.
So maybe this one could lean out
the other way.
Side. Okay. I like that balance. And I like this trick. So you have it here on a Lazy Susan, so ultimately you can
it's very helpful.
Yeah, that's
very helpful when you're designing and mass producing, especially.
Yes.
And then here, I'll get another piece of greenery, and it'll hold. It's actually a very large vase, so we're going to be needing a little bit more greenery. And always try to pull off all the greens that will go in the water.
Okay. These smell amazing.
Yeah, that is a lily, and that one can be fragrant, but then there are other ones that are so strong that it'll fill your room
I
with the
see.
fragrance. So there, you can
And
go
then
ahead and get that right in the
levels.
top.
Okay, put that in the top right there.
And there is nothing wrong with moving the flowers around.
Okay, so once they're in, they don't have to be locked in place.
They're not locked in. You can pull it out.
You can pull it out. Excellent.
And I would say after 3 days, cut them again.
Okay.
And change the water.
Okay.
And you'll get them to last 2 weeks if you do this.
That's a really good tip. So ultimately you want to keep rotating because that
sorry.
probably keeps them fresh. Maybe this side. I like this spinner. It's perfect. Okay, so we'll put that one on that side. This is really fun. It's actually much more relaxing than I thought it would be.
It can be very relaxing. It is really fun to work in a flower shop.
Knowing nothing about flowers up until I've learned so much already right now. Here, can you cut that one?
Yes, and now this one I would cut maybe several different pieces.
Oh, okay.
So if you want to put in a couple of those.
And move them around. So just because it's the same flower, you don't necessarily have to put it in the same spot. Got it.
And the tall flowers, make them extend up.
Okay.
And then this is more of a mass flower.
That's gorgeous.
It gives it more of a focal.
Well, thank you so much for showing us all of
you're
this,
welcome.
teaching us how to properly cut flowers. You want to make sure that you're mixing in the proper proportions. And if you want to make your flowers last longer, cut them every couple of days and change out their water.
That's
Those
right.
are great
Using
tips.
the correct amount.
Well,
Yes.
thank you, Carla, very much for
You're
being
very
here.
welcome.
This is a beautiful display. This is a beautiful arrangement, and we appreciate
You're very
all
welcome.
of the info.
Thank you.
And if you want more information, you can visit us on the web at ciLiving.tv after the show.